Now, I take this opportunity to invite Melissa Nyakwera, the head agribusiness from Stanbic Bank. I wish you use 7 minutes. Yes, and meanwhile, John Nwagaba from Ankole Coffee Production Cooperative Union, be standby. You're going to make a presentation online. And also Sarah Murungi, Chief of Party Healthy Partners. I beg that you're also online. So you're welcome. In 7 minutes, please make a presentation. Come and use this.
All protocols observed. Good morning, viewers and fellow presenters. Thank you to Uganda Cooperative Alliance for inviting us to partner with you on this very special occasion for the cooperatives. My name, as introduced earlier, is Melissa Nyakwera. I head agribusiness in Stanbic Bank, and probably to just explain as to why I would be here speaking about on a day for cooperatives. And it's essentially because we do acknowledge the fact that you will note that probably 70–60% of the cooperatives in Uganda are in the agriculture space. So that's how the connection comes through. I will really not look at or dwell at the introduction. We've had all the history of how we've gotten to here from 1920 when we were looking at trade, and how we've evolved into, for the cooperative space, into other sectors such as agriculture, transport, health. And I'll just speak to my topic, which is really around strategies for cooperative survival and sustainability amidst COVID-19. So before I really get into that, or answering that, or responding to that, I want us to sit and think through what this pandemic has done for these groups of people. And there are 4 main things that have been affected. One is their ability to operate normally. Their ways of operating is you meet on a certain day of the week together to collect in terms of those that have savings, invest, decide on how you invest that, and then lend to those that need the financing. Now, in the current restrictions, that is really not happening. That's the first challenge that they are facing. The second one is the majority of these people are in the informal sector, and as such are not actually trading. So what has happened is they have essentially, for lack of a better way of putting it, I'll put it in the Ugandan way, eaten their capital. So they, even when we get out of this space, how will they start their businesses running again? So that's the second challenge. The third one is they have always operated in a way of manual processes. You know, they run, they use paper, at the very most Excel, to really run their businesses. And then the third challenge is, I think this one Honorable Francis Mwebesa did talk about, is around their management or governance levels, the lack of the capacity to run these entities sustainably, in a sustainable manner. To be, if they were able to do this, then they would be more resilient to such shocks as COVID-19 has presented. So, as a bank, this we started last year. We have therefore, as a bank, come up together with several funding partners with a circle proposition to address the above challenges. Our funding partners include ABI Trust, IFAD, that is the International Fund for Agricultural Development, UNACTAD, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. So this fund, as we speak, our aim is to get to $100 million, still on our way into there. But it's essentially to address several issues. And I'll ask the team to put up the presentation to just show what it is we will be addressing with the fund. So that's really it. So one, we have what we call the circle account. The SACCO account is as a way of rebuilding these entities, the cooperatives, that are really looking to save, invest, and give credit to their members. We have what we call, we have a SACCO account where they will have, they are able to transact without any charges. They are able to deposit cash for free, withdraw cash for free. There are no management fees. If you have a income or extra funding, we can give you an interest on your cash of over 10 million shillings. This is tiered depending on how much you have. So that's one product we have to address the challenges. The second one is around financing. Financing as a challenge for the members, because they have more or less taken out the capital, and we need these entities to restart. So the financing aspect is going to be at 12.5% per annum in terms of interest. If 12.5 per annum means that the SACCO borrows at essentially slightly over 1% per month, and they can use these funds to then lend to their members. They can also use them to invest, to buy, if it's an agriculture SACCO, you're looking at probably putting up a dryer, a sorting machine, or a tractor, you name it. So that is how low it gets. It's up to 200 million shillings unsecured for 12 months. And we renew at the end of the 12 months, depending on your performance. We can go up to 36 months. And for that, we will need security. And the amount above 200 million is up to 1.5 billion shillings. So that's on the financing aspect. Then next to that is we have the financial literacy, which is really around capacity building of the management of these SACCOs. We have partnered together with Uganda Cooperative Alliance. That's, I think, how we got into these discussions with them to really understand what the needs are in this space. So these SACCOs that come or participate with us do have access to financial, to literacy, to capacity building for their management members, but also financial literacy for the members of the SACCOs. This will be done through our Stanbic Business Incubator, which has several hubs around the country. In addition to that, we have the digitization of the SACCOs and village savings groups. We understand, I did talk about the fact that they run their business manually. So we have partnered together with different fintechs to be able to digitize these SACCOs. They are more or less financial institutions. So what we are trying to do is to give them platforms, banking platforms, you would say, for themselves. So that's what the digitization aspect is. Then to ease their financial transactions, we encourage that the SACCOs register as bank agents, which would allow them to be able to receive funds from the members as well as disperse the funds. Also for the members, we've got what we call the Flexi Wallet. It's an electronic wallet that allows them to also move funds electronically without having to meet. This one is really to address the challenge around the physical weekly meetings. So this wallet will allow them to carry out disbursements, to receive loans onto their wallets, to also make, repayments on their loans. And for the SACCOs, it allows them to have, if you've digitized and then your members are on these wallets, it allows you to have dashboards for reconciliation purposes without having to go do it the manual way. So this really is what we have available, and our plan, our hope and belief is that it does address the challenges that the SACCOs are facing. We've also included the village savings groups, and we are here and ready to work with many more. We already have some, but we are ready and open to work with the several that are also out there. I've had interesting numbers. We've talked about over 20,000 SACCOs in this country. So it's just to say that we are available to work with them. and give them these very good opportunities so they can thrive in this current environment. We also would like to continue to partner with community leaders, government and stakeholders such as Uganda Cooperative Alliance as we look at bringing this economy back to its former glory. Thank you so much. Stay well and keep safe.
Next, we're supposed to have a question and answer, but due to time, we may really not have it. But you keep your questions. We shall give you, you keep them coming. We shall actually pass them over to the people who are here, and they can ably see how to get back to you to answer the questions. I also have to thank the management of UBC, headed by Mr. Agaba Winston David, deputized by Maurice Mugisha, for adding us 10 minutes, so we shall go to actually 10 minutes past midday. Now, I just go to the concluding remarks, of course, in the reverse order. We shall begin with Dr. Muhumza, Fred Muhumza, in actually a minute or two. Yes, you're parting short.
Yeah, my parting thought is really to once again congratulate the political leadership of the ministry. I know the president talks about addition and subtraction, so it's not easy to get there. We are looking forward that you are going to subtract the challenges in the communities as you add value to these communities. And we are looking forward to partnership with everybody from the academia, from the community levels. We are ready to partner and bring in new ideas and continue having the conversations as you provide that political leadership. And to the communities, I think this is an initiative that is about us. Let's work together. COVID has told us that if we are not together, we really get a lot of problems. But also as communities, we have shown, even to the Ministry of Health, because I want to believe a lot of COVID cases are being handled at the community level. So we have shown that the community actually can partner with the mainstream structures of government and deliver results better and faster. I look forward to this engagement continuing as we move into the 100th year of celebrating the existence of the cooperative system.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fred Muhumza. Then invite Mr. Simon Ivan. In a minute or two, your parting shot.
Thank you so much. I want to, first of all, thank the Honorable Minister, Honorable Francis Mwesa, and the Honorable Minister of State for coming here to preside over this function. We are so grateful and so appreciative as a cooperative movement in the country. Thank you so much. I want to thank government in general for creating an enabling environment for us to be able to celebrate. We want to thank our partners, Stanbic Bank and others who have really supported us in ensuring that we celebrate this occasion, and also support the cooperative movement. We thank the cooperators outside there and the general public for really supporting us. We thank the unions like UKUSKU, like UCAFs, SACCOs, and other forms of cooperatives. Thank you so much for your support. We want to thank the board of UCA for making it a success, together with the management staff of Uganda Cooperative Alliance. We want to thank the ministry in general, the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, for really working with us to make sure that we have this day a success. We want to thank the media. The media has really done a great job. For the entire week, we have been having talk shows on UBC, on other televisions and radio stations across the country. We thank you, and specifically UBC, for giving us this program, which is live, to helping our people. Because formerly, we are celebrating this together, we would congregate together and celebrate. But because the situation is not normal, we all understand that we are into the COVID-19 pandemic crisis, but we have made it possible for us to celebrate. I want to thank all presenters, Dr. Muhumza, our partner, all presenters. Thank you so much for the wonderful presentations. We really, on behalf of cooperatives, we have nothing to say but to appreciate everybody. Together, cooperators, together, let's rebuild this country and this world. I thank you, and may God continue to help you and to give you good health within, especially within this period of the pandemic. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ivan Asimwe, the CEO, Uganda Cooperative Alliance. Then without wasting time, yes, I invite the Commissioner, who is also representing the Permanent Secretary, Mr. Robert Varije, in a minute or two. Your parting shot.
Thank you very much once again. I once again congratulate all cooperators countrywide and globally on this auspicious occasion. I would like to make a few comments that could probably lingering in the minds of some of our viewers and the cooperators. One regarding regulation, especially of SACCOs. There is apparently contradicting legislations. I would like to inform you that government or the ministry is working hand in hand with other sector ministries to harmonize the contradictions that may be prevailing, especially in the regulation of SACCOs. My second comment is on Emyoga. I would like to encourage all the people who are in this Emyoga to please actively, participate. The funds were not for sharing out. We've had reports of some of the groups sharing out the money, which is quite discouraging. Would encourage all of them to continue saving, as it were, so that these groups, these Myoga circles, the presidential initiative, can be strengthened further. The last point I'd like to make is regarding our services currently at the ministry. Because of the prevailing situation, we are not able to provide you services as it should be, either regarding registration or certification. We encourage you to route your whatever requirements you have through your DCOs, and we can always get in touch with the DCOs to provide you services. I thank you once again. I thank UBC for hosting us, and all the partners, Stanbic, UCA, for supporting us on this day. Thank you. God bless you.
Yeah, thank you, Commissioner Robert Varije. And yes, I take this opportunity to invite the State Minister for Cooperatives, Honorable Frederick Ngovi Gume. In 3 minutes, you can conclude.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank my colleagues with whom who have shared this morning, my senior colleague, the Minister, and all development partners. I would like to thank and congratulate all the cooperators for reaching this day. I would like to request that in the middle of this pandemic, we observe the Ministry of Health SOPs. It is important to keep alive, but at the same time, it is important for us to keep ourselves in production. The cooperators, wherever you are, I'd like to thank you and congratulate you so much for the efforts you have put in. I have observed in the past 5 years a very big change in attitude and mindset. This is a very big contribution to the uplifting of our economy. I want to promise that in these coming years, we are going to walk the talk. The issue of the bank of the cooperators, the issue of education, the issue of value addition. We are also going to concentrate on reduction of the post-harvest losses. We are also going to look at value addition. We are also going to emphasize the issue of the warehouse receipt system. In so doing, we will be bringing you together and enabling you achieve more income than what you have been doing. We would like to recruit, and I would like to request everybody down there to join the cooperative movement, embrace the Myoga, also the parish model, as we shall be moving out in due course. I want to request to thank you so much, and kindly observe the SOPs and keep the candle burning. Congratulations and thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Frederick Gume Ngovi, for that presentation. Yes, to Honorable Francis Mwebesa, your concluding message, your closing message in 3 minutes.
First of all, I want to thank the viewers might have been listening nationwide about this program. I want to thank the professor about coming to the proper point, and all my colleagues here, because we are all talking about a very important aspect about cooperatives, and we look forward that this has contributed something for the coming future. That's all.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Francis Mwebesa, the Minister of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, for keeping it short. And yes, to our viewers, balabi abalungi, olunaku bwe tulujaguza bwe tuti nga tutambulira ku mulamwa okuzimba obupya oba obujja obulungi nga tuli wamu. Watazamaji wapenda, hivyo ndivyo tumesherekea siku ya washiriki duniani, ambapo kauli mbiu imekuwa kujenga bora upya tukiwa pamoja. I must thank all those who have really participated online, especially the chairman, Jonas Tuyambe. We also had John Nwagaba of Ankole Coffee Producers Cooperative Union, and Sarah Murungi, the Chief of Party for the Healthy Partners. I must also thank our keynote speaker, Dr. Fred Muhumuza, and it is my prayer that you can share the presentation with other stakeholders, because it was such a wonderful presentation for sport. It can inform the formation of policies, since now you say that we are also coming up with a new policy. I also have to thank Ivan Asime for ably coordinating this. Partners Stambik Bank that have been represented by Nelisa Nyakwera, thank you for coming. Then the commissioner who represented the permanent secretary, Robert Variovarije, Turio Turije. We are all fine, so we hope everybody there is actually very, very fine. And Honorable Frederick Ngovi Gume, and our guest speaker, the minister. I must thank the president for making a good choice, because you're all cooperators, seasoned cooperators. So we hope and we pray and we believe that now the ministry is in safe hands. The cooperators out there are looking into the future with a lot of hope. Lastly, I thank the management of UBC for creating this time for us to have these celebrations here at UBC in the auditorium. Amande Akol Amazima saying bye-bye.